Rowbottom grabbed him, he got a handball away. Then Meek just thumps it towards the Chol direction. Was he wrestled out of it? Yes, he was. Free kick.
He's looked strong tonight against Tom McCartan. It suggests McCartan's had a really great start to the season. But there, just the arms around. As soon as, even McCartan still has his eyes on the ball, Chol's facing the wrong way. As soon as you wrap your arms around them like that, the umpire sees that, he'll pay a free kick. Not going to say anything here.
So, always have your heart in your mouth a little when Big Marbior has a shot at goal. From about 35, he just pokes at it again and never likely.
It's going to be lackadaisical sometimes, Marbior.
Some missed opportunities for the Hawks, let off for the Swans. Mills favours the members' side. Reeves in a wrestle. Scrimshaw finds a little bit of a gap. Hand pass was ambitious to Newcomb. He drags it in this time, Newcomb. Spits out now to Ward. Slight fumble, that's all it takes before you're besieged by a couple of Swans. Big Reeves stuck under his legs.
Thanks, boys. Thanks, Josh. Here we go. Logan, man, straight back.
Reeves, Nash with one hand, grabbed by Lloyd. McInerney searching for one of his teammates. Didn't sit for Papley, but he came through. McInerney got his own ball. Tries to hit up Curnow. Bounce didn't favour him. And then Battle just kicks it to space. It's a rolling football. The race is on. Bice is going to be the first man there. Jordan calls for it. Playing chasey with Lewis. Now to Melican. Kick smothered by Weddle. It's a 1%er, but it's a good result for the Hawks.
Good defence there. Bice looking to come back into the centre of the ground, and that's where they generated that handball. Early days being quite direct coming through the middle. But good corralling to force them wide again, playing into Hawthorne's strengths down back.
Good contest in the ruck. Aim on.
High contact, play on.
Takes advantage, takes a very quick bounce to Carl. Driving left football out to Mitch Lewis, wide on the flank. Gunston's first lead comes towards him. He ignores that, goes to Chol, who's in good touch. Nearly had it. Watson flashes through. McDonald does the same. Swans with a let off. McCartan needs to get rid of it. A little bit too much on it. But now they're clear.
And Wicks throws his boot at it under pressure. Gathered by Reeves. It's like a big wall standing there. And then Newcomb over clubs it for Sicily, who has to scamper after it. Little 9-iron. It's going to sit up here for Impey up against the boundary. Hugs the boundary line with a snap, but there's too many Swans there, and Mills takes it in front of the Wizard.
That was poor by James Sicily there. He needed to hit that kick.
Wicks to Bice, takes on Nash, leaves it behind. The strength of Nash now comes to the fore. Important ball move on, aim on.
I don't know why the chat ain't showing up.
Jordan, Bice. Now Corey Warner, who started the game nicely. Sarong, there's the forward hand pass. Papley, options everywhere. Does well Reeves to affect the spoil. McInerney should take advantage. And he does.
Yeah, Cullen, I just got my kid to sleep. Yeah.
And again, it's that explosive run and gun game through the corridor. Draw and give, draw and give. The new version of the Sydney Swans in 2026, and when it works big. You just see here, huge ball at the top of the centre half forward square there for the Hawks, and they lost it. Rowbottom got them out from inside to out, and then it's just a matter of composure. Draw and give from Warner was terrific. That give there just put them into clear air, and you end up with someone of the quality of Papley. Something good generally comes. Been pretty quiet, McInerney, just the 4 kicks, 10 disposals, big moment for him, and he delivered. What a game.
So lead change, Sydney by a point. They led by 5 at quarter time.
Been ding-dong affair so far, shit.
Grundy goes early.
Colin, I'm assuming you took
won
Sydney.
the clearance.
Oh,
Chad Warner Tried to hack it off the ground. Bouncing ball. Watson. Clever tap to Weddle. Reeves. Newcomb. Running hard through the middle. He was pushed after he kicked it, so it's a free kick up the ground.
Now to come back where the push happens. It's a great chase from McInerney. Right now, this is buys time for the Sydney defence to get back.
Newcomb. Going to spread it out to Eamon. Kept it really
a little
low.
better now.
Lewis off his chest, pummeled off his chest. Gunston goes in to win the football, spat out towards. Weddle was calling for it. He chips it up towards Watson. Out of bounds on the full.
Swans will want to slow the game down here.
Too, so
45
we in the
seconds to
same
go.
boat. Hold on, I'm still not upset
Just
with
got the
my
kick
tip.
away. Battle and Brass. Battle's the
Hawthorne
winner.
is looking good.
Plays on.
I figured
18
this was
seconds
going
on
to
the
be
clock, and the Hawks take
one
a
of
late
the
mark.
better games of this season. I
Everything
mean, of the week at least.
He's exciting tonight. Swans should be able to clear. Blakey over the top of
maybe
Ginnivan
the
to
season
McDonald.
will keep going like this.
Shrugs one tackle. Gets through two. Entertaining first half here. He nearly snagged it in Chol, and he knows it. He got a good piece, the big man. Took a big hanger last week. He's kicked a couple.
Fair ride.
Oof. Everything but bring it to the ground. So, half-time here. Sydney led by 5 points at quarter time. Just a goal apiece after 11 in the first term. Sydney lead at 7-2-44 to Hawthorne 6-7-43 by 1 point. Brad Johnson is down there with Eddie Betts.
Oh, what a first half, how it really was. That first quarter was electric. A lot of corridor ball, and obviously centre bounce work was unbelievable in that first term, Ed.
Yeah, it was super quick, but in that second quarter, Hawthorne just slowed him up, put the pressure on, made Sydney go around them, and then they went forward and scored as well.
It does feel a bit more like a Hawthorne game at ground level. I know the Swans kicked the last one there to lead by a point at half-time, but the Hawks' pressure was better, up over 200, controlled the game a little bit more. So both teams now with a lot to assess at half-time.
The Swans lead it by a point going into the major break. So much footy coming your way this weekend. Tomorrow night, Adelaide take on the Bulldogs in the match of the round right here on your home of footy.
Yeah,
of course,
rewatch
that's
this
Fox.
one for sure. Always love a good ding-dong affair.
Love the footy? You're going to love Sportsbet's
Especially
new
two
AFL
high-quality
markets.
teams.
Yep, Sportsbet's AFL same-game multi now has new markets. You can add clearances, handballs, tackles, kicks, marks, hit-outs, and AFL fantasy points. Then combine them for bigger odds. New markets for your same-game multi, only with Sportsbet.
What are you really gambling with? For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.
Sometimes you cook the delicious meal. Sometimes it's cooked for you, like Macca's delicious new Bistro Bernays Angus. Compliments to the chef. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
You should never have switched. Well, how did you know to stay? Well, I compared my retirement.
Stick with your industry super fund in retirement and your money could go further too.
Aussie roads can be some of the best in the world. Until... Lucky the Tasman got their heads up. With Equal Parts Lab and Aussie durability testing, the Kia Tasman was deliberately tuned for our harsh conditions. And ABN holders can now get to work sooner with a 1.99% per annum interest rate with Kia Finance. Terms and conditions apply.
Grab some water real quick.
Kia, movement that inspires.
They could have made it round.
Let's have a ball.
Instead, they made a swinging pendulum of luck.
Let's have a day. We'll do the ball. Let's have a ball. Don't tell me if you do.
When the bounce serves you a clanger,
Lucky you're with Amy.
Go Harvey Norman bedding floor stock clearance. Hurry in for big savings on quality mattresses and adjustable bases. A great range of kids and bedroom furniture, pillows, quilt covers and more. All priced at clear. Incredible floor stock deals, don't miss out. Best prices at Harvey Norman now.
Welcome back. Let's have a look at our Ashley and Martin proper play. It is Charlie Curnow's first goal at the MCG as the Sydney
Colin,
Swans.
everything's good, man.
So
Little
did
one's doing
Charlie. It has
good.
been a fascinating
Just
duel
got
so
some
far
shots
tonight. 11 goals
on
in the
Monday.
first quarter, just 2 in the second term. It's hard to know what
She's
happens
good though,
from
man.
here.
Doctor said
Jason
everything's
Dunsel, David
good.
King and Lee Montagna. We have a contest
Everything's
on our
happening
hands,
when
but
it's supposed to
we
be
have
happening.
free-flowing football and then an arm wrestle. We've seen it all.
I
An
guess there's
incredible
not much more for
contrast
that.
between the first 2 quarters. I suspect both coaches didn't like the way they got opened up in the first term, so they both readjusted a little bit defensively, and that slowed the scoring down. Having said that, Hawks had plenty of chances in that second term, didn't take advantage of them. Wait and see whether that haunts them in the end.
Yeah, I think Sam Mitchell made the best adjustment with the Hawks team defence. No doubt they focused in on stopping the Swans handball game, clog up the corridor, and they were able to lock it in their forward half. And really, they owned big patches of that second term in their half. They just couldn't capitalise. But the midfield and forwards were doing a great job, and then the defenders for the Hawks were doing as they pleased.
Spectators love it, the free-flowing, freewheeling football, David King, but you get the sense the coaches don't, and then they try to implement something to stop it.
Yeah, exactly right. Look, the Hawks were inaccurate in that second term. They really should have put 3 or 4 goals on them. Good set shot opportunities to Chol and Butler a couple of times. Look, the more the game rolled on, the more you thought if the Swans just keep surge kicking the ball from clearance, they were giving it back to Hawthorne. If they can run and gun with hands, they look incredibly damaging. Yeah, 1 goal for, just not a good enough return from the 17 inside 50s. Stark contrast to what they were doing in the first term, but look, it's really interesting. I know you were very keen to see the Swans continue with that handball game. But as Joey said, the Hawks reacted. And they're onto it now. So they're not as open. They're not sitting as far off. And as soon as the Swans win it down back, there's a swarm mentality to not allow that hand pass, the loose bloke ahead, get it over the top and then run and carry. See, this is where we disagree. I love it. I love it because this is what can happen if Sydney just keep probing by hand. And they will get through. So we've seen them do this multiple times. So everything's geared around, okay, let's force the turnover and go. Get involved in a wave run. Forward handball through the traffic. Now they're back 6. Look at them. Look at Hawthorne's back 6. They don't know where to go. Am I coming forward? Am I going back? They're great one-on-one, but when you can run the ball at them, I think you can get them.
Yeah, but I agree with Jason. And you're right.
That's first quarter, though. We're talking about the second. Still worked in the second.
It's an open game, but when it was owned by Hawthorne in their field position, it was held ball and it was slow play. It's hard to generate that sort of open play. But that's why I think Sydney need an open game in the second half. They want a transition game. They don't want to play it the way it was in that second quarter because they won't be able to get that going.
We're going to have a look at some Harvey Norman highlights. The most imposing forward in the Hawks forward line is Marvin
Colin, I
kicked
believe
2
it.
goals. Missed a couple as well.
A lot of women be like, all the newborns, that's the best part.
He looks like being a
I ain't gonna
difference
say
maker. You
shit's
just hope
wrong,
that he
but-
can kick accurately.
Had a big game last week.
I'll
Started
much
really well
rather know
tonight. It's
be
funny
a little
when he
more
works hard
independent
defensively.
than
We've
this.
seen a couple of crunching tackles from him. Everything seems to flow off of that. It gets him into the game. He starts to get his confidence up. He kicked a couple of goals in
But
the
I got a
first
pretty
quarter.
chill
Couple of
baby
big
though. She don't be
contested marks.
fussing too much.
He's a really exciting player.
Only
Nearly
when
took
she
a couple
hungry
more
for
big
real.
marks in that second turn. Did or get himself
I've heard it could be a
set
lot
shots.
worse.
He just wasn't good enough to take advantage of them.
Yeah, he should have 4, really. And Tom McCartan, we praised him pre-game, how well he played to start the season, but he's had his hands full. He's really struggling to control Marvial Chol. I mean, this could have been paid a mark. So it's a big watch for the second half. If the Hawks can get some entry, Chol looks the most dangerous.
I think the clearances are the biggest talk right now. So plus
I'm not sure what STEEZ was doing. I haven't talked to him since
humbled
yesterday.
in the middle of the ground, Hawthorne. And I feel, I know we're
I really
banging
thought
on
I
about
was
the same
going to be
sort
the
of
late
things,
one on
but
the stream.
if they can come out of stoppage by hand, they pose a huge threat, Sydney. They've dump-kicked and kicked it back to Barris and to Sicily and to their back six, who like the ball being kicked at them, Jay. So I wonder what the conversation is there to the mids. How do they wrestle themselves back into this clearance battle?
Yeah, it's also interesting to sit there and say, we win the clearance and we want to use hands. But when one team has readjusted and said, we're not allowing you the handball game, and the other team says, we want to play the handball game, it's a test of wills, isn't it? Who can actually execute it the better.
Yeah.
Joey, take us inside the Hawks centre bounce and some of their wins they've had tonight.
Yeah, well, both teams were getting good looks when they were winning centre bounce, and Hawks in particular were getting their hand on it. They've got the height advantage in there, and a couple of free kicks as well that Brodie Grundy was giving away, just trying to play a little bit of cat and mouse. And we'll get to something in a moment that caught my eye, but when they've got the advantage, Hawthorne, and when Reeves in there with the Marty, this is their chance to be able to get some really good looks into an open forward line.
Do they need to be more expansive, Joey?
Maybe they should, yeah. Nick Watson only been in for a couple of centre bounces. They might get him in, but Brodie Grundy gave away some free kicks, and I noticed this on the broadcast. Dean Cox straight away got on the phone. I reckon that's an old ruckman sending a message out. I watched the runner. He went straight out to Brodie Grundy, and the next two centre bounces, Brodie Grundy jumped. So I don't think we're going to see Brodie trying to duck and weave and go around. This is the very next centre bounce. So it's just a watch, but I reckon that one of giving away some free kicks and trying to avoid the contact, we won't see in this half. Grundy's got to get upstairs and compete. Just even if he can nullify it and let his mids get the work.
Kingy, what about the marking work of Tom Barris? It's been really fascinating to watch the battle with Battle, and then also Curno's been really tight, and then you've got Barris doing
It's crazy seeing all my West Coast Eagles
They just took the 2 intercept
just
marks
spread
in the
out
first
amongst
quarter,
the
7
league
in the
now.
second. And that was why they got the territory game. So everything's feeding into
Without
itself.
seeing any
Swans by foot,
success
they can't
while
find a
they
way
were in the
around
blue and
them.
yellow.
And I think Battle in the main's done a pretty good job against Charlie. He got a couple of chest marks early, but that there, to me, is emblematic of what's happened in that second quarter. They are just committed in the air. They support each other. They had the extra behind the play. Sicily's had some moments, but all in all, I reckon their back six are on top. If they kick the ball at them, in trouble if they run it at them.
And they're prepared to back themselves. So they'll be aggressive. If they think there's a mark to be taken, they'll go for their marks. It's not necessarily punch defence first. It's, hey, we can win the ball here. Let's take the mark.
Jace, what about Nick Watson? We were looking at him before the game, the importance of him when he's got ball in hand. Just the 6 disposals, 3 score involvements. You want to see more?
Well, he looks dangerous every time he gets it. Every time he gets the ball, something happens for Hawthorne. But they've done a pretty good job of denying him possession thus far. So we've spoken about the matchup of Wicks when he's forward, but he has good vision. He brings others into the game, and he's done a couple of explosive things. Just from a Hawks perspective, they'd love to see him get a little bit more of the footy.
Most of the Hawks small forwards, and you highlighted this in the pre-game, Joey, they have found ways to get forward of the high pressing backs of the Swans. It's been a great watch. It really has. It's a test of wills.
Yeah, it's been a great battle, and you're right, at times they've looked really dangerous. Moore and McDonald and Watson getting out. I also think Sydney at times have done a good job. I think Callum Mills is really holding up behind the footy. He's the general there, coming third man across. He's had the 5 intercepts, a stack of footy. So it's a good battle, and I think this game's wide open in the second half. It's up for grabs.
Do not go anywhere. A big second half is coming up. First, though, we're going to head down to ground
disposals.
level, where Eddie Betts and Brad Johnson have been watching it all unfold. Guys, what did Hawthorne do differently that quarter that got them right back in the mix?
Just controlled the game. They got the uncontested mark game going at certain stages where they were able to slow things down and really control and build the ball up. They missed the opportunities which you guys have already spoken about in front of goal, with 1 goal for in that quarter. But Ed, it was led by McDonald, and Kingy highlighted this along with Jack with his power run across the wings, and Impey as well, just with the work rate that was required to be able to build the ball up nicely to give them the best opportunity.
Yeah, you're right, Jono. And they slowed them down, but they worked really hard to get into that space to take those marks, and they kept the ball on body. They kept moving the ball, shifting Sydney's defence, and they went forward. And like you said, Tolly, if he kicks those goals, it would have had a good game so far, so he needs to continue on that in the second half.
Exactly. You can see the numbers there on screen, first quarter to second quarter with uncontested marks. Just going to find the right balance, Sarah,
the
in the third
Crows,
term
the
to keep
Crows
control
at
of this
Adelaide
game.
Oval.
Absolutely. Thank you, Brad Johnson. Kingy, an interesting start. Blakey,
Yeah, Colin, I
538
tipped
metres
against
gained,
y'all
most
on
by
that
a
one.
Sydney player in an opening
If
quarter
y'all were
on
at home, I would have
record.
tipped y'all.
However, it doesn't feel like he's being super damaging.
No, he's
Something
done
about
a few
that
good
Adelaide
things.
Oval,
I'm a bit with Joey. He's hunting around Mills, so they're supporting at ground level. His handballs, he's had 3 or 4 handballs that have been really critical. I don't know if he's had the night that we were hoping just yet, But he's got his work cut out trying to locate McDonald and Watson and all these guys getting forward.
They might just be boosted from the kick-ins, I think.
Yes.
I think he ran 50.
I didn't want to say stats abuse.
Yeah, but he ran 50 metres from one of the kick-ins, bouncing it down the boundary. So he's stacked up some big numbers.
That should be a good game.
We're
These
going to
first
head
two
down
games, I
to ground level
definitely
where
think
John
they're
Ralph
both.
is standing by with the HBF
Well,
team
this game
changes.
ain't y'all
This
game
one
tomorrow.
is a beauty, but I tell you what, Ralphie, I'm looking
Probably
forward
the most
to tomorrow night's
interesting
clash.
games of the
Adelaide
week.
and the Bulldogs is going to be a stunner.
Hello, Sarah. It is the match of the
After
round.
that, it's
the
kind of
Isaac
shit
Rankin
show.
back at Adelaide Oval against the Western Bulldogs. Now, he has done
could
months
get
of
some
work, personal
upsets.
work on his own personal development. He's certainly done some strong work on the track as well after a recent hamstring scare.
But
Club
I
says
doubt
he's
it.
absolutely ready to go. So of that work off the field, Matthew Nick says of him, he's done the work. He is now an incredible human. Now, Toby Murray is managed with some back soreness, so he is the one exclusion for Adelaide. In comes Jordan Croft for the Western Bulldogs at the expense of Will Lewis. Doesn't he look ready to rock and roll? First game in 7 months, Isaac Rankin. Now, great news for the Pies. Bobby Hill is finally back in the building at Collingwood at least. He still has months and months of work to do on his own fitness, but certainly that prospect of him getting back to football this year is much more positive. And just lastly, Matt Rowell, the Brownlow medalist. Now, he needs more discussion with a specialist in Melbourne over the next couple of weeks. It was to be around 4 return. That seems certain to be pushed back now. So tough to win Brownlow medal votes as the defending Brownlow medalist when you're in the stands. The sun's certainly flying without him as we speak.
Thank you, Ralphie. They are, but that has really
You 100%
drifted out, hasn't it, from what it originally was? No good.
Take that
no
into account when I was tipping, but
they're doing pretty well without him at
it
the
might
moment
work
anyway.
out for me.
They certainly are. Well, Jason
I knew Heaney
is
was.
all
Well, I knew
fired up. He
Golden
loves
was
Thursdays
gone.
with
I
us, but
forgot
I get
that
the
he
feeling
was
this
gonna
is his
be out.
favourite day of the week. A bounce Sunday with Gazy and the whole crew. They will turn it up, and then after that first crack where the boys have the first crack at all the big news and analysis from the weekend of footy.
Here's to Aussies having a crack at buying a home.
Color me in the same exact boat.
Making small talk with a boss.
I had a dream about you last night.
Golden being on is gonna be tough.
Table
I
12
guess it's.
having a crack at
Man,
chopsticks.
he's coming back like
Press
right
step.
at the end of the
But
season.
when they want to have a crack on the footy, it's fast and easy with Sportsbet, the #1 app for having a crack.
That is very
What's
tough.
gambling really
for
costing you?
Sydney.
For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.
I'm assuming
Good health
Heaney
is
will be back. We'll be back next week. though.
contagious. Yep, we're wired to pick up all the best bits from one another. And at Bupa, we're helping our almost 4 million members live healthier. Because every time they do, someone else will too. Join Bupa Health Insurance and feel good health catch on.
You created a fake animal, which makes the other animals think you're an animal. Yes, we call it hoppers.
On March 26th.
It worked!
Hey.
What's your name, Beaver?
Mabel?
Let's welcome Mabel, everyone. There's just something different about you.
Mabel, they can't know you're a human.
You fight for what's right.
Put it down!
And you're not afraid of anything.
Mabel, where are you? So I'm sort of in the mouth of a bear.
Disney and Pixar's Hoppers. Only in cinemas March 26th.
Go Harvey Norman bedding floor stock clearance. Hurry in for big savings on quality mattresses and adjustable bases. A great range of kids and bedroom furniture, pillows, quilt covers and more. All priced to clear. Incredible floor stock deals, don't miss out. Best prices at Harvey Norman now.
Hungry Jack's new
Man, when the
Outback
dogs
Jack's
winning,
fried
nothing
chicken.
else matters.
Thick, crispy, juicy chicken, creamy herb mayo, and a little chili kick. Or try the Outback Whopper. Strap in for the Outback range. The burgers are better at Hungry Jack's.
Boating, camping, fishing is BCF and fun. Exactly what that means will change for everyone. Bus stop's fun, powered sites fun, worries none. Boating, camping, fishing is BCF and fun. Hey!
Good stuff, Billy. Remember, practice makes perfect.
Billy, time to go home.
But Coach said...
I know. Thanks. That was easy.
Well, practice makes perfect.
With UE Comprehensive Car Insurance, everyone on our team is on yours.
You're watching Thursday Night Footy on Fox.
Tom Papley sold for the fire starter for the Swans. He's had 8 disposals, kicked the opening goal of the match, and as you would expect, he has been in absolutely everything. His team, they hold a 1-point lead, 7-2-44 to Hawthorne, 6-7-43. So often the spark, that man, Jack Riewoldt.
Yeah, and he certainly has to be tonight. With no Goulden and no Heaney, they do run pretty thin through the middle part of the ground. So, I mean, we saw them at their damaging best in that first quarter. It was complete speed through the middle of the MCG, linking up with handballs, strong handballs, and then pushing forward. And then they sort of lost their spark a little bit. Sydney at its absolute worst is long kicks down the line. I'd like to see Tom Papley at as many centre bounces as possible. He's making his way down into the forward line here, but he just gives them something different. They can't get stuck kicking it long down the line to that awesome aerial awesomeness behind the ball from Hawthorne.
Hawthorne have got a problem. I mean, 12-3 it is around the ground clearances, so take out the centre bounces. And they are getting smacked by the Swans.
Take into account Heaney being out.
So it was the Swans by 5 at quarter time, and at the main break, the Swans by a solid 3 points.
Still
a Thursday night at the MCG, and a close encounter as we kick off the second half. Row bottom soccer skills, bouncing football. That man Papley, McInerney, blazing to the 51. He loves this situation, and through from behind.
Almost the perfect start there for Sydney. Centre bounce crucial in that first quarter.
Meek and Grundy at the fall of the ball. Meek is a hard man to shift when he gets front position.
What a mark.
And a great pickup from the Hawks since he came across from Fremantle. Down the line to Chol, who's been the most damaging forward in brown and gold. And the Hawks get Watson into the play more. Ward front on contact, gives away a free.
Starts the second half for McInerney. No Goulden, he's their absolute best runner, McInerney.
So McInerney to Melican. No one really to pass it to. Wicks had a player at close attendance, so Ward uses, in fact, Moore uses Newcombe and then hits Watson and then spreads it out wide to Gunston. So a very, very quick turnover from an errant handball.
Corridor bound handball, missed the mark. You've got to live with some error. Both teams have been error-ridden that second term, but this handball here, really not Melican's go to bite off the hard one. He's more your nuts and bolts.
So Jack Gunston is kicked. One so far, spears through another one. 2 goals, 2 for Jack Gunston.
Been such a great servant for Hawthorne. Originally started at Adelaide there, back in 2010. This is a look at his goals over the career, and I mean, he's really peaked when he's come back to Hawthorne last year. 73 goals, all Australian.
And you remember in those first 2 matches of 2025, he wasn't picked. Came back and took the leading goal kicker plus the best and fairest for the second time and became an All-Australian for the second time.
A multiple goal kicker in his last 11 games. 43 goals in the last 12 games now. Was 11. Update the numbers.
Matchup versus Dane Rampy.
Watson makes his first look in the middle, overruns it. McInerney started the term nicely. Hardwick gets an unfortunate bounce. Jordan gets the bounce. He's after.
Is that
and
a
the immediate
goal?
reply for the Swans.
Quick response. In true ding-dong fashion. You don't mind.
Made a goal up there. James Jordan had the opportunity just to get to the front of the contest, and a little dribble kick through there. You can see the damaging aspect again of centre bounce. We saw it repeatedly in that first.
It's almost going to be last centre bounce wins here.
Yeah, and this is the Harvey Norman replay here. The ground ball down there. The fumble from Hardwick and his direct man stayed there in front of where the big
see
forwards
goals
were.
kicked that low and aren't
Copped a bit of a raw
dribblers.
bounce there, Blake Hardwick, but the Swans
Yes,
needed
they
that
have
because
a little bounce before
Hawthorne
they-
get the first. They start to get a little bit of a roll. We sense
they
that
get
maybe
through
this
the
game is
sticks.
trending towards Hawthorne. Just keeps them within reach.
Straight back. Well, curling expression, Kingy. Who's got the hammer right at the end? Back in the middle. Meek won it down. Bouncing football. Newcomb. Quick kick. Ginnivan. Doesn't matter if it was by design or not. And then tries to chest Gunston. He had a lot of pressure on him. Watson. Moore. Back to Watson. Scoots around his opponent. Scoots around another one. And then kicks a high one towards the top of the square. And then punched away by Meek. Roberts is there with Cholan out.
Well, that last hit out from centre bounce there, you can see they're getting more expansive, trying to hit to the open areas. Just misses the pass. Had a good look at it, Gunston.
Moore trying to get some separation. Watson's got Wicks beside him. Chad, McInerney. Little steps ineffective from McCartan. Mills does well to control a rough bounce. Ginnivan just heard the voice of Ward. Rowbottom. Ward holding the ball. Good tackle.
Advantage played. Mills to Roberts, who's got a paddock here. Plenty of time for a saunter and a bounce. Then back towards the corridor and McInerney. On the overlap. Mills' kick inside 50. Punched away. Hardwick did well against Jordan. Newcomb, the football to Ward, and then Hardwick is going to spread it out to Sicily for the Hawks.
Spread it wide by hand. Moore. McKenzie. Kicked the opener early. Gets himself into trouble. Battles there with support. Back into...
Oh.
McDonald's. Tunnel ball from Rowbottom. Jordan, Papley, Chad Warner, free kick advantage, paid vacant, goal spare, goal! It was a turnover and the Swans have pounced.
So STEEZ is in here. I could turn it down a little bit.
And that's Chad Warner's 100th goal in AFL.
Chad Warner with his 100th goal.
Missed him there, and in the end it was a clinical finish from the Swans. The handball chain again. Absolute top liner of our competition, Chad Warner. Doesn't need a lot of touches to hurt you. 15 disposals tonight. That's just his 5th kick.
Couple in a row for the Swans. They take an 8-point margin. A game that's been tight all night. Numerous lead changes. Meek attacks Grundy physically. McKenzie, Nash, Sheldrick. Lloyd, good body position. McDonald. He just provided a bit of body pressure.
Interesting, this battle between Grundy and Meek. Grundy trying to get really low on Meek to try and shift him around.
Meek went to ground. Grundy thumped it forwards, and then the hurried kick straight down the throat of Scrimshaw. So Hawks off the slingshot. Weddle out to Sicily.
Sicily.
Weddle here. Such a swift mover. Out he goes to Moore. Full extension.
Can the Hawks answer here?
The front, Lewis in the middle, punched away. Big defensive fist. Rose has met it in the air. Didn't grab it though. Moore dodging, weaving, did well, and then had it for a long time. Tackle was good. Then Bice's handball. Watson's hovering. Watson picked it up. Shrugged the tackle. Got rid of it in time. Weddle, can he shrug the tackle? No, he can't. Holding it.
Great pressure again from the Swans there. Sam Wicks hanging on for dear life on Nick Watson.
Giants are wrong. Sicily shoving at the back of the pack. Tried to collapse it. Moore delays the hand pass. Impey.
Bad handball there.
Gunston tasked to bring it to ground. Does that. The Swans shin it out of defence. Only as far as Impey drops it. Warner doesn't. Here they come again. again through Jordan. Now Bice. Long forward hand pass to Sheldrick. This is where they're
Bro, when I'm seeing he breaks out of Hawks' little trap, bro, they are very dangerous. The Hawks are doing a keep job keeping them contained, but yeah, once they break out, sheesh.
I know we're banging the same drum, but that's the forward handball game again. They've made a couple of big errors, the Hawks, and they've paid a hefty price on the scoreboard. Half a fumble, and the Swans are all over them. Just thought he made a mistake there, Sheldrick. They were out. They just needed one more handball there. The numbers were arriving. They gave Barris a look at it, but Charlie did a great job just to get it to ground through Smalls to go to work. Flick the handball out to McDonald. Good finish, but just this work here from Charlie to get it to ground was all it needed.
Seen a couple of ripping handballs from Riley Bice tonight. Just long penetrating handballs. They don't need to hit, but they need to put it out in space so you can run onto it. He was the one that generated it.
So a real purple patch here for the Swans as Grundy wins it to Sheldrick.
Yeah, Colin, some things never change.
Hard ball to win, Meek.
Oh, I'm missing nothing. Chad Warner.
Nash was smothered. Look at working so hard for Sheldrick. Wanted a free kick, almost deserved by little toe poke out to Lloyd. Sicily's on his hammer. Back to McInerney. Handball to Chad Warner. Eamon grabs him immediately. Hurried handball Sheldrick. He's grabbed by McKenzie.
Hawks is applying great pressure, though. That's what's keeping them in the game right now. Sheesh.
McInerney 16, Scrimshaw and Newcomb 16 apiece for the Hawks. Couple of goals to Gunston, Curnow and Chol. Now Grundy gets his moment for 4 in a row.
Grundy with a goal. Colin, we might have made the right tip, man. But let me let me shut the fuck up before things change, because this is footy.
And just too tough, and they just are relentless. Their follow-up work, their desire to put pressure on, they just didn't give it up. Yeah, Meek's doing a great job of the hit-out work, but just look here, as the ball spills, turn up, inside to out, follow-up from the big ruckman. Great finish. Been a terrific battle, the ruck battle, but that's a big statement right there. Hawks have got the numbers. Swans too tough and too clinical.
Yeah, 2 broken tackles as well. You get 2 to the tackle, the player gets the ball out. You've got 2 players on the ground, so those extra numbers for the Swans getting ahead and having impact.
We know when they get ahead of Steena has just 12 goals at the SCG in the third quarter 2 weeks ago. They lead all of a sudden by 20.
666 starting position warning against Hawthorne.
So the Hawks with a 666 warning, and away we go again. Reeves won it down. Cleary beset upon. Stoppage.
Without the stars there, it's Cleary, Sheldrick, Jordan in the middle for the Swans.
Reeves and Grundy go at it. Sheldrick to Cleary. Cleary's penetrating ball inside 50. Up they go. Barris at the back. Fell to Papley. Trying to shield the football. Back to Curnow. Scooped it up. It was a good gather, but in the end they coughed it up. Nash pummels it to Newcomb. He's grabbed by Cleary too high.
So can the Hawks respond? They've given up the last 4. There's a 1-point lead at halftime. The way of the Swans blown out to a game-high 20-point margin. Scrimshaw half back. Saw Ginnivan. Too tight.
Oh, I think you've got to get Watson around the footy now. You've got to make a change. This midfield's letting you down as we speak. Time for a spark midfielder, whether it's Moore or Watson up high.
Battle. Nothing on inboard, so kicks down the line. Mitch Lewis in good position, marched strongly. He's a booming kick of the football. Gunston on lead. Ignores that. Touch ball. They don't realise Watson does get.
Is that not a mark? There's a play. I'm so confused on what happened there. Was it touched before? It was, I don't know. But that was a play on right there.
Props it up in the air. Hot ball, dangerous ball here for the Swans. Malikan gang tackled and stacks on the mill.
Swans back line is holding up though.
Wicks back to the ball, keeping an eye on Watson, who's looking after the skipper. A response by the captain.
Okay.
Much needed for the Brown and Gold.
John Newcomb trying to turn it back into a ding-dong affair. Because Sydney kept dinging. Touch, I think. I wish they ran a replay back on that one because I didn't see where it was touched at. Obviously, it wasn't controversial. I just missed it.
Cleary just got stuck on the wrong side of Newcomb. Crafty player sort of slid him past and then pushed him into the contest and came back to where the hit zone was.
So a real captain's goal to keep the Hawks in it. Halfway through this third term, played every game last year, was fourth in the best and fairest. Finished the podium twice in the Hawks best and fairest in 2022 and 2023. Reeves wins it clearly that time. Falls to Papley. Puts the afterburners on. McInerney back to Papley.
Good little 1-2 there with Paps. Bad kick though. Or at least he didn't hope his teammate out with that kick, I'll say that.
End-to-end stuff now for the Hawks. Lewis on a lead, great sport coming from the side.
The Wizard Watson just went down the stairs and came off just grabbing his hamstring, his right hamstring just there. So we'll see what happens when he comes back up.
Well, that's a big story, Eddie. That looks to be a genuine hamstring, and it doesn't look a good one. So big blow that for the Hawks.
Now the Hawks lost a big player.
Reeves and McDonald go at it. Reeves tapped it to Wards, deflects out to Sheldrick. Hurried ball, Sicily. Starting to really get into his work as well as the match goes on. Around the back line to Weddle. Weddle's going to spread it all the way to D'Ambrosio, who's on his own. At half forward and then the centering ball to
Oh, Troll dropped another one. I ain't gonna lie, that first one, well, I guess the second one, the one they didn't count from Troll, I think that should have been counted. What's going on, Andy? Yeah, man. American out here watching footy. Unfortunately, I'm a West Coast Eagles supporter. It's been quite some time since. Actually, since I've started watching back in our first season was 2021 season. That was the last time the Eagles were halfway decent, and we just barely missed the finals. And ever since then, we've been shit. And the reason I chose the Eagles is because I really like Nick Nat off like highlights in the 2018 Grand Finals. And he was just a shell of his former self the whole time I ever seen him play. So I've been disappointed with West Coast, but I'm willing to stick it out. Oh yeah, it's about to be a TheDon affair again. Dylan Moore.
Newcomb's lifted. Newcomb's the one. He's involved in everything. Watson back to
STEEZ be missing some good games.
But just clever. They didn't blaze away. He just missed that pass, Newcomb, but his follow-up was terrific. Butler important. Newcomb comes into the picture here. I know it's not Newcomb, it's Nash.
The way he shielded the ball right there is so clutch. He definitely still made that play happen even though he didn't catch the mark.
And that did look, he's getting some work done, so hopefully just cramp on the hamstring for Watson. Hawthorne fans will breathe a sigh of relief if that's the case. Brad Nettie will be across that. So back to a 7-point game. Bashing it forward is Reeves. Set play.
Jesus.
I like that. I like the aggressive hits now. They've got control of the hit-out work. They're now trying to get the expansive flowing clearance.
McKenzie initially overruns it. It was a good gather in the congestion. Oh, Chol as he nudged out. There's a whistle. He's going to get a free kick.
Oh, no. Who did that?
Oh, it's about to be a 1-point game again. Wait, where did the free kick go? Oh, to Sydney. They paid the advantage. Oh, finessed. A little too much dip on your chip there, buddy.
Chol denied the set shot opportunity for his third.
In fairness, he'd missed his last couple, Cholly, so it might have been the same result.
Melican, long ball down the line. Barras sets himself alongside Curnow. Spills to the front. Battle. To Barras. Missed D'Ambrosio. Sarong, nice little spin.
Another smother. So many 1%ers this game. You would think they weren't 1%ers.
Break. He is working hard. He's actually got the matchup on Charlie Curnow now. They've moved Battle off him.
Just the one intercept mark tonight for Barras.
Wizard striding along the boundary line.
Here's Joe just limbering up right next to where the players at the moment. McKenzie and then Nash. Darting ball to Ginnivan. Bice was all over him like a cheap suit.
Oh, that's
50. Has to be 50.
Meantime, ball wasn't given to Ginnivan in time.
Oh, you've got to give it back.
Restless.
You've got to give it back on the full, Matty.
Ginnivan's long penetrating kick. Chol works to the front. Blakey with the spoil. McDonald's going to be first there, but the boundary beating.
Yeah, it had to be 50. Sam Wicks just kicked it straight back, landed 5 metres away from him. Good signs there for the Wizard Watson. Should have been having a shot on goal.
So the Hawks pressing with the last two after the Swans kicked 4 in a row to get out to a game-high 20-point margin. Back to a one-goal game here. Thursday night footy. MCG Reeves. Newcomb was the one that got them going. Out to Mitch Lewis. Back to McDonald. Doesn't get the power on it. Ginnivan arrives. Blake will need to be good under pressure. Ginnivan will track in. Continues to do that. Was it front on? Umpire says play on. More. Nash. Row bottom.
Gee, Newcomb at 450 stoppages. There's some blocks going on. He's getting on the move.
Pressure on the Swans as Reeves tried to hack it out, then taps it, trying to get it to the advantage of Chol, and then Wicks just dropped it in front of him, and then McDonald grabbed him. Nothing doing. Umpire lets it go. He's put the whistle away. Lewis, McKenzie, McDonald, chip round the corner. Bice just hacked it off the ground. Jordan, he was grabbed by Eamon. Newcomb, Impey, D'Ambrosio.
D'Ambrosio.
Chol or Ginnivan. Good spoil. Lloyd. And now it's going to be McCartan out to Blakey. Will it sit up for him? No, it won't. They won't. They are up and about, the Hawks supporters. Don't worry about that.
Hawthorne fans weren't happy about that call.
Great night at the footy. Watson to be injected back in the game shortly. Reeves, Warner takes on the tackler. Hawthorne fans going berserk, and finally there's a whistle, and it's going the way of the Hawks. They're up.
Let's watch James Sicily off the back here. Do not want to fall asleep.
Dropping back free on Chol. They go down in that direction. Here comes Big Marbion from the back.
Chol almost with another one. They trying to get it to him.
Needs to be absolutely perfect.
Kept it in though.
Marbion looks dangerous. Any high ball is getting a clear run at the marking contest.
Both teams needing to keep composure.
Yeah, Colin, I ain't gonna lie, this has been a pretty good performance from both teams on both ends, honestly. Jack Ginnivan.
Just oversnapped it there, Jack Ginnivan. He probably had a couple more seconds to get hand to foot.
It's too casual in the end.
They're under the pump here, the Swans. They cannot find a way out through this Hawthorne
sets it up. Battle uses his strength in the contest. Streaming through his Wicks, leaves it behind. Nash caught by a couple.
Need to get it back into the stoppage game. They dominated that early in this third quarter.
Craving to come back on Watson. D'Ambrosio. Oh, Nash has run into a brick wall that was Chad Warner.
Then they generate the handball game from here.
It's an aggressive kick. It had to be accurate, and it was in the end of McDonald. So he can use Chad Warner on the overlap. He does. And then just pummels the kick towards full forward. Amati out of position. Weddle at the front. Scrimshaw grabs it at the back. Dodges one, dodges two. Did it pretty well to Weddle. And then Weddle clears the area out to Lewis.
Lewis has got aim on inboard. It's an aggressive ball. It's horrible. Turnover. Wicks. Now a chance for Mills to reset the Bloods.
He's out of sorts, Lewis.
Mills pokes it forward. McDonald looks for Warner. Mitch Lewis casting the role of the defender there.
Right idea. They were out in the corridor. If he hits it, they go at speed. It's been that sort of game. This looks good for the Wizard.
Josh Weddle free behind the ball this stoppage.
Meek won it down. Papley had a little go at it, and then Sicily's clearing more. And it's going to bounce a fair way. Gathered by Mills. Bice, clever tap. And then the kick forward is going to be good enough. It was a speculator to Jordan. Off the boot of McCartan. Jordan. Right down the spine. Amati Weddle with the contest killer and out.
Watson still trying to get on the ground.
Red alert on Tom Papley here. Seen him flying through stoppages tonight. Had shots already. Hardwick has the job. There's Weddle sitting behind this stoppage on his own.
Meek, McDonald, Sicily front and centre. Somehow steps through a bit of traffic to Newcomb. Doesn't get the bounce.
Play on kick.
Umpire judged that Lloyd got a boot on it.
He kicked it. He kicked it. He kicked it up. Yes, I did.
Meek decides to take it on himself.
Pin straight away.
Well, this is where they've lifted the Hawks. They've won 7 of the last 8 clearances. They were getting mauled in there.
McDonald and Meek lock horns again. Down to Chad Warner. McKenzie grabbed him. Couldn't get a kick away. Holding the football.
You ducked into it. Stand.
You heard the explanation. Ducked into it. Holding the football. McKenzie comes up with it.
Big 4.5 minutes coming up, leading to the final break. The Swans got out to a 20-point lead. Hawks have narrowed it with the last 2 back to 5. Couple overrun it. Ginnivan. Gunston coming in from the side, taking a nice defensive mark is Riley Bice.
Bice out to McCartan. Over the top to Lloyd. Mills. McCartan. Kick in the Chad Warner direction. He overclubbed it. Weddle. Meek. Ginnivan. Set up for a while. Now Lewis. With some time. Spearing ball. This is better. Gunston.
Has to stop here. Gunston had a Mavio try forward. 1v3. Wait for the cavalry.
Does just that. Take ground. Chol from behind.
They're trying to get it to Chol every time. They might need some more talls down there.
Gets on with it straight away to Riley Bice. His 19th game of AFL.
No problem.
Mills and Bice in concert. Out to Lloyd. Stops and props, and then little 9-iron in the Hardwick direction, and Papley who caught one in the gob. And then Amati manufactures a little wobbly one towards the pocket. Cleary spoiled by Impey and out.
You see that skills are at premium now. The players started to slow down. The players are extremely tired here late in the third quarter. The team that can execute the best will get the best looks going forward.
Nick Watson still can't get on the ground.
Yeah, Pat's bleeding, trying to hide that.
He's waiting impatiently. Amati
Kicks the speculator towards the top of the square, off hands. Anybody's ball really. Scrimshaw to Ginnivan, surely high, and gets the free kick. Papley.
Finally got caught for the blood rule.
Not that keen to tell the umpire about the blood rule, but he was very happy to stop the play there.
So a slight breather.
Well, their last 8 opportunities from defensive 50, Hawthorne haven't been able to go inside 50 at the other end. So the Swans have clamped them.
Tom Papley's done well here. Slow down deliberately so his team could rotate off the bench. Hawks now late to the party with Dylan Moore charging off to get Watson on.
Got to come member side.
So Watson finally on the ground. Contest on the outer flank. Corey Warner with a reverse spiral. Ginnivan stands underneath it. Competes with McDonald. Hardwick screws it out of defence. Mitch Lewis, bigger frame. Does nicely.
Got the switch if they want it.
Heyman. Hardwick and Weddle working in concert together. Side defensive 50. Weddle able to just have 3 bounces into Hardwick. Less than 2 to play in this third term. Battle, Barris.
Didn't come in. They just let them have the one out wide. Other side of the ground, and they're pretty much in the same spot. They've been able to slow them down again.
So Barris just cornered somewhat. So forced to kick down the line. Grundy with the spoil. Oh, Watson went in really hard. Chad Warner came up with it. And runs laterally with a couple of bounces. They charge through the middle. Blakey. Jordan's the man. They overclubbed it, but he was able to
Another goal.
McDonald kicks another one.
They was quiet for like 15 minutes.
He's kicked 2 for the night, and now the lead's out to 11.
Was that Watson?
With Watson here because he was coming at speed and was just level.
Some have on him and Grundy.
That's not a good option, Jono. He's got some size about him as Jai. Bang.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. Grundy just landed on top of him.
Without taking on your own. But again, that link corridor game for Sydney so dangerous. Battle had to come off his man. He had to come off McDonald to try and impact that chiseling ball inside 50. Big hit. Bang.
Oh.
Doctor has assessed him. Spoke to him.
Friendly fire too. Shit.
He remains inside forward 50 for the Hawks.
5 goal to 3 turn the way of the Swans. They lead by 5 at quarter time, 1 at half time. Saying he's okay. 11-point margin now the way of Sydney. Danger for the Hawks with a minute on the clock. Big minute coming up. Lloyd.
Great protection from Riley Bice there. Just was able to shift Sam Butler off the line. Make sure Jake Lloyd can come back and take an easy chest mark.
Just want to take 20 seconds off the clock here and have 1 speculator inside your forward 50 left. No time for the Hawks.
Weddle played spare for a lot of the term.
Brody, Lloyd, here goes. Staying outside.
Sure, Sam Mitchell would love to see Josh Weddle getting involved in offense. Down there free at the moment. There's that hit again on Nick Watson. He's a defensive mechanism, but I'd love to see some pace off the back.
My dear Watson.
So Grundy at the back, won it down. McKenzie fighting hard. Rowbottom wraps it up.
Got out to 20 points. It was a good response from the Hawks. Back to 11. They've lifted around the clearances, but the Swans just look so damaging when they get ball in hand.
Leak won it down. Rowbottom. Little tap towards Warner. Grabbed by Impey. Ward and Ginnivan could have raffled it. Newcomb up against the boundary line. And then just a little bit too strong for Lewis. Blakey picked it up. Then it was coughed up. Ward, Impey, Butler, Wards. Time running out. Chol! Not quite. Siren will sound. Sigh of relief for the Swan supporters. So after it was 5 at quarter time, 1 at half time, it's going to be 11 points
See how my fantasy doing, man? Shit. Roboto 55, Kenzie 67. Yeah, Colin, I agree. Cho probably gonna be very disappointed in himself after this game. He could have had some screamers if you don't mind. Shit, they probably would have had. They definitely would have had the lead if he caught some of the ones he missed. I'm back. Go change my baby real quick. Try to get her back to sleep.
Incredible floor stock deals, don't miss out. Best prices at Harvey Norman now.
Woke up this morning, I suddenly realized that we're all in this together.
Over 6 million Australians have looked for the symbol and found a super fund where profits go to members, not shareholders. You too could be better off. Look for the symbol and find a fund run for you.
Sometimes you cook the delicious meal. Sometimes it's cooked for you, like Macca's delicious new Bistro Bernays Angus. Compliments to the chef. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
The new electric Toyota BZ4X. Now with a $5,000 deposit bonus for two-wheel drive or $7,500 deposit bonus for all-wheel drive with Toyota Finance. Visit your local Toyota dealership today. Toyota.
Whatever you're doing, more for less.
Practice Solutions 5-compartment cutlery tray, only $7.98. All set 50-litre storage container, just $6.94.
You can get cracking on that Easter project. Lowest prices are just the beginning.
At Coles, make your Easter lunch delicious.
Oh, smells amazing. Yeah, it's a Coles Graze lamb leg rolled with rosemary and garlic.
It's new and just $24 a kilo.
What was it?
Something special.
Coles delivers the goods this Easter with Arnott's Ice Vovo ice cream for just $8 a tub.
Make your Easter lunch delicious at Coles.
Whenever you're game ready, we're here for it with cold bevies close by.
You're watching Thursday Night Footy on Fox.
Here's your story of the night. Tom Paplin with the opener. And an explosive first
It's hard to pick. I mean, they kicked 4 in a row, Sydney, and they looked to be away. They opened up the break, and they looked like they had control of the game. And then the Hawks just clawed their way back in. It probably should be nearly a square game. Ginnivan missed an easy snap in front. Mitch Lewis played on when he shouldn't have and missed an easy snap. So they've had a couple of chances, but the Swans seem to be kicking the goals when they really need them. I think whoever dominates territory will win the match, Joey.
Yeah, I think there's distinct theme and pattern to this game. If it's an open transition game, it's suiting the Swans. They are playing better than the Hawthorne Footy Club in that facet tonight. Hawthorne, I think, need to be more patient, build the ball up, and they want to play a forward half game. Lock it in their forward half, put pressure on Sydney, win the ball back through their defenders. That's how they're looking most dangerous. I don't think they can win playing a transition game tonight. So for the Hawks, it's field position. Sydney want to keep this game open, keep the ball live.
Brett Johnson and Eddie Betts have a close eye on Nick Watson. Is he out there, guys?
He is. He's starting in the forward pocket, Sarah. So it's going to be it's a big quarter for Nick Watson, but also for Weddle and McDonald. They're the two match winners, I think, from a Hawthorne point of view. For the Swans, who are you looking at?
I have to go small forward, Tom Papley. He's getting busy around the stoppages, so look out for that.
Yeah, here's Watson on screen. Howie ready to go.
Three-quarter time. Sydney looking for 3 in a row to start the season. They lead the Hawks by 11 points.
Reeves wins the first tap down of the last quarter. Newcomb bustling his way through. Goes to ground. Eamon in there. Also Nash picking himself off the floor, Lloyd, and another ball up in the centre of the MCG. Grundy. Grundy goes himself, little boot to ball. Roberts scooped the handball out, grabbed by Ginnivan. Newcomb out to Sicily. Further afield, Newcomb, D'Ambrosio. Now, field opens up for D'Ambrosio, and then Massimo's kick is skewiff and out of play.
I think one of the battles that Sam Mitchell will have in this last quarter is Callum Mills and what his role is off Dylan Moore. Dylan Moore coming up to stoppage. Mills just sitting off, one of the best players in the competition at playing loose behind the ball.
Reeves looking to utilise his height, just grabs it out of the ruck. Watson stream through, not quite his night. Spiral ball out of defence, important one. As so often is the case, Hardwick stands underneath it, marks in the middle of the MCG. Ward comes at him, but he goes back and across.
Scrimshaw. Twice Hawthorne's most improved player in 2020 and 2024. Eamon. It's a long kick. Ginnivan at the back. Had a fair bit of it back to McDonald. He goes and then hits up Gunston, lace out. And immediately Gunston eyes the centre of the ground. And now he's going to commit.
Well, if anyone can, it's this man. Unbelievable last 18
Oh,
months.
shit. Excuse me.
His return tonight, 2 goals, 3. Not the easiest of assignments. And glances it across the face of goal.
Only Jeremy Cameron scored more goals from uncontested marks. He has a happy knack of getting in behind that last line and losing contain.
Sydney gonna pull through for my tips, man.
Crosses his defensive 50.
She would actually be great.
Sicily in good position. He's had a good night, has James Sicily. 19 disposals. It's mark number 7. Lewis.
They could go back and around if they want, but you feel they want to take some territory, challenge the Swans.
Just a high up and under. Moore shoving at the back. In the end, it landed in his hands. He couldn't complete the mark. McInerney, McDonald, the 2 Macs. Ginnivan took the footy, went head down immediately, stripped away from Dylan Moore. Swans hang on in defence.
So what are you seeing tactically from the Hawks first 3 or 4 minutes here?
Well, much of the same. I mean, nothing's really.
You're right, Colin. Our tips.
Grundy with the big fists, only to Wards. Looking for Watson. Just was able to manufacture a little tap to D'Ambrosio. Good kick. Terrific kick. Had to be highly accurate. Straight into the midst of Moore.
It's exactly what Dylan Moore has to do. Playing on Callum Mills, popped in behind him there in a really good spot. D'Ambrosio saw him up and actually put it over the top of his head.
He definitely saw him, Jack. Didn't he? Just a little peek to see which forward had got out. on the offside.
So, Dylan Moore, 17 disposals.
They're not doing too bad on fantasy for me either. Oh, but the Hawks trying to make it a ding-dong affair, which I wouldn't be mad at either.
Clearance with no Goulden and no Heaney at the moment. They've won 12 of the last 14 clearances, the Hawks, and there's not a lot Dean Cox can do, really. It's just keep fronting up, keep sending him in there, but right now, if they're to win this game...
And Colin, that's the thing about tipping footy, man. Once you get a little bit behind, it feels like it's impossible to catch back up.
Grundy's got his work cut out for him. Warner's in there, and McInerney. I mean, that's the best quartet he can have in there. Desperate to win this centre bounce clearance of Swans and give their back six some reprieve.
One bad week make every single game count, man.
It's a long time to sit on a loss. Reeves and Grundy right at each other. Reeves with the height and the reach. Newcomb just scoops it out to Ward. Bangs one inside. Weddle's up forward. Streaming through Watson.
Watson couldn't bend it enough there.
How good is that? Just on the absolute fly. Just couldn't hook that one back enough. And here's that hit again. Over the top.
What a handball.
Sheer strength from John Newcomb there.
So Mills, full extension on the kick. Grundy tapped it down to Amati. He was grabbed by Hardwick, who just would not let him go. Warner again. A little bit of help from McInerney. Spreads it out over clubs. It's going to try and sit it up for Sarong. Beautifully weighted kick in the end. Then Sarong's kick too high. Hitting it hard. Barris using battle. Has to just run after it a little, and then Barris's chip kick to Ginnivan, and now the Hawks are away, sitting it up for Moore. Moore tucks it under the arm, gives it to McDonald, and then McDonald's low ball hits up Lewis. And Lewis wants to go urgently, so he does. Finds Moore, runs inside 50, goes for goal, and just misses.
Oh, he had Reeves.
Bruh, look at the behinds. The Hawks got 10 more behinds than Sydney.
Great passage, unfulfilled for the Hawks. More looking for a fourth.
Like, that is might be the Hawks' only flaw right now. They're just not kicking straight.
Nice little dink inboard.
They obviously getting the opportunities.
Ward in the direction he wants him to go.
I'll argue their pressure is better.
Gunston goes on lead one, goes to Weddle. Can Weddle take his moment?
You can't miss this, but you do.
Another missed opportunity. This is starting to add up in front of goal for the Hawks. 12-3 to 10-14.
Going to need a lift here from Amati and Grundy long down the line. Need a contested mark from the big boppers to help the back six get the ball out.
So Blakey to the congestion, and Amati.
Sheesh.
Very late there.
Oh, Marty looked like he's still down. That might be it if he is. Now he got up slowly.
Kicks a high one towards the top of the square. Real speculator, that one. Fell to Nash. Nash the Irish.
You gotta make it here. And misses again. Bruh, if there's not a momentum switch soon, it's not looking good for his color. Like, if they don't gather some composure, get the ball past half field. Okay, there you go. Sydney's been looking good on these opportunities most of the day. Too much brown and yellow right there.
But that's the danger for Hawthorne. That's the alarm bells for Sam Mitchell when they do rip one through the guts like that. Well covered there by Tom Barras.
Charlie.
Their bigs
Should have known.
unbelievable behind the ball, Hawthorne.
Grundy works his way to the front.
Grundy.
Waits to pass it on to McInerney.
Oh, what was that?
Grabbed by Avon under the pump. Then his kick and hope falls into the hands of Lloyd. So Sydney can press again here. Just
Sydney's getting gifted right now. I mean, no fault to them, but
Took the mark outside 50, and the man on the mark, McKenzie's standing inside 50 at the moment.
He can kick this.
the boy from Horsham in his 14th year of AFL. looking for his 50th goal in his AFL career. It's a big moment. Big moment for Jake Lloyd. Kicks it right on 51.
Poster. Thought that was good too.
He's coming in a straight line.
Spot on. And you
The
can't
umpire's
believe that.
called play on.
Yep, great call, great pickup. There is no way that was.
Is it called gone over the mark?
But Jono, he's right in front of you.
Yep. He stayed on his line. He stayed straight. He didn't arc for a right foot, and he got called to play on.
Aim on. Hardwick, Patley, nice little battle that. Patley tried to scoop it to a teammate, worked out pretty well. Good tackle, good tackle.
He's
And he gives him a little bit to go on with Weddle.
Oh yeah, he's giving him some real energy now. His run and carry's been important. Big tackle, statement maker.
Body's going hard. Nash, Ward, round the corner. And the mark taken by Mills. It's fair to say Thursday night footy last year, we had some stinkers. So this is a beauty tonight.
Let it go, Matty. Let it go, mate.
Kicked it to Bice. Wasn't the required trip. He dropped it anyway. Pressure, pressure, and a ball up.
It's moments like that where you just got to make the most and be really cautious with your skills. Execution late.
Grundy's fighting hard for front position here. Been terrific.
Josh Weddle setting up as the spare again in the D50.
Ward, poke forward. Hawks evade the tackle. Outsized, outnumbered. That is typically the way Watson rolls, and he manages to bring it to ground. In fact, he's always outsized. Copped some big hits tonight.
Grundy down to Cleary. Couldn't grab it. Gee. Butler hit hard again. A couple of these boys will be loving the ice bath tomorrow. Grundy of a standing start. Wobbly ball. Hawks had the numbers. Fisted down towards Armati. Checks back. McInerney. He's dropped it cold.
Improper disposal.
By hand, aim on, searches out wide on the Shane Warne stand side to Moore. He's kicked free.
Impey.
Got Impey down the line. The leads come. Chol's been the aerial target for most of the night. Good spoil came from McCartan. Good contest that. Bodies fly, hit the deck.
Callum Mills came back. There's a great tackle here. It was Ward initially. Battle got the free kick and the frustration for Dean Cox. Great spoil there from McCartan.
Meek down to Newcomb. Ginnivan, this little dance around his opponent. Then the entry inside. 50! And hitting it on the chest, Lewis.
Just Newcomb again at stoppage. Just timed his run to perfection. They're all over him. You feel for the Swans, they're disarmed. They really don't have the artillery to go with them with Heaney and Goulden on the sidelines.
Fair to say Mitch Lewis owes them one after the free kick debacle with Marbiol Chol.
Yes, that was at the punt road end. So after injury stymied his season last year, can he be a bit of a hero tonight? That's his assignment. Straight through the middle.
There goes our tip, Colin.
Well, composure in late games and skill execution. It was Jack Ginnivan who sat back off the stoppage and just a little pop step. He sold the candy a little bit and bought some time, which allowed Mitch Lewis to come up the middle of the ground. In the Harvey Norman replay, you can see here the handball out from Newcomb. That little step there just buys time. He straightens up, and the little shift to the hits, he actually brings in Mitch Lewis.
That was a nice little sell of the candy from Ginnivan.
Newcomb now. You may not have the artillery to go head to head, but potentially it's a Jordan job. 7 clearances now. He's the one that's starting the fire.
Hawks lead for the first time since the Gunston goal early in the third term. Now it's on the Swans. Pick the last two, the Hawks. Here's Newcombe, Ward through his legs. He's punched away from him, done really well. Papley. Curno's in good position. Barris, though, he has never beaten Big Tom.
He's played a game. The way he's marshalled the troops behind the ball. Sydney have only taken 3 marks inside their forward 50 for the night.
Maybe a few more steaks and sausages coming his way. Meek slapped it down. Ward's hurried kick. Roberts dropped it and then got beheaded by Toll.
They can't bomb it in here. Weddle's sitting behind the ball free. It's been
Oh,
an aerial
shit.
dominance tonight from Hawthorne. You have to try and invent something else.
Roberts drops it into the pocket. Barris, Curnow gets off him. He's got support. Not sure to be paid. It is to McDonald.
Was that 50 as well? Okay.
So McDonald, who's kicked a couple, will retake the lead for the Swans. It'll all be about the replays. Logan from directly in front, the recipient of the 50. Another lead change. Swans by a point.
Ding dong.
We'll get a good look at it. This aerial contest hasn't been working for them since quarter time. It was Logan McDonald who ended up taking the mark. Roberts kicking inside there. Oh, it looked like it was off hands. Weddle got a fist on it, but the umpires paid the mark.
Gee, it's a big penalty, the 50. I mean, you can have it either way for the mark. Umpires calls a mark, that's fair enough, but it's a big sanction, the 50-metre penalty from there. Anyway, it's in the book. What a game. 1 point, Sydney Swans. Second ruck in there now with Amati.
Back to where we started at half-time, that solitary point. So Reeves won it down. Newcombe pressured off it. Having a fresh air, he was nasty. Rowbottom was good there. And a ball up.
Yeah, huge by Rowbottom.
Ned, come straight back.
3 really strong efforts there.
Reeves and Amati. Reeves won it. Warner had a touch to it. Amati off the ground. McDonald couldn't trap it. Rose is hovering. Scrimshaw did well to grab it. Battle retreats back to Sicily. And now to Eamon. And a little chip to Hardwick.
47,945 on edge here at the MCG.
Gee, Eamon's working hard.
Who can stand up? Who's going to be a hero?
Look at Weddle.
Runs forward to the foot. He runs hard. Weddle doesn't quite hit him. Does he get a touch on it? He does not.
Sydney, on the line, Josh. Foot on the line. Thank you, Stan.
21 disposals for Blakey tonight.
Play on. Me.
Clever.
Sheldrick has played his part with 17 touches.
Stay clear. Play on.
Wheels and goes. The high ball sits up in the breeze. Marty's in the right spot. Couldn't quite complete the mark. Hardwick gathers, threads the needle, and then a booming kick towards half forward. Chol and Gunston hover, and then Gunston got it too high, surely. It's the free kick and a 50.
Well, that's why they brought the rule in, isn't it, Matty?
Absolutely. Noise roaring around the MCG as Gunston has a shot at goal.
Stand. You can't just go 3 metres over the mark. No, I do not. You can't go 3 metres over. Nick, back 1 metre, please.
So Gunston, he's kicked 2 goals for. This to put them back in front. And listen to the fans.
saw the aggressive charge from Hardwick. He got the ball forward as quick as he could.
I'm not quite sure how Marby Chol gets free ahead of the ball here. 2v1. It's 50 every day of the week, though. You come over the mark there by 3 metres. You could see what he was trying to do.
Gunston 3, 12 for the season already. For the 3-time premiership Hawk. Grundy does really well. Warner's hand pass just missed McInerney. Couple of Hawks jump on him straight away.
Yeah, they had to get Grundy back out there straight away. We saw what happened when they went with Amadi. They got aggressive with their hit outs. The
Hawks scored another one.
Happy hunting ground as Reeves won it to Mackenzie. He disposed of it quickly. Reeves hurried kick off the ground, gave Butler some sort of a chance. Another soccer kick. Gunston wrestling with Rampion over.
Fouled in.
Clock management so important now. Make sure you got your best players on the ground. 7.5 minutes to go.
Grundy, it's a dangerous tap. Warner and Watson, the 2 Ws. Nice competition. Halved.
Thanks, Nick. Dead, Brody, hold the meter. Straight back.
Grundy. This down only to D'Ambrosio. Watson deceiving again. Back to battle. The kick and hope with Lewis at the front. Couldn't mark. Down to Butler. Newcomb goes in hard as he always does. Moore tries to scamper away, but Lloyd's got his measure and a stalemate.
You see what Brodie Grundy's trying to do. He's got this big open arm swing, trying to knock it forward to the contest, but it's all Hawthorne there at the moment.
Reeves holds his position. Spills out to Bice, just hand passes to himself. D'Ambrosio, brilliant pick up. Watson steps and well covered by Wicks.
We get a free kick here, Wizard.
It was silly from Wicks.
Right, here's a moment. Here is a moment for Nick Watson. He's been batted from pillar to post, run into a teammate, had a hamstring issue.
Watson. Could be the dagger. Sydney can't seem to find any type of momentum.
To give the Hawks their biggest lead of the night. They've been wasteful, 12-15 to 13-4. Watson's moment arrives. He doesn't take toll, but still gives an opportunity. Lewis throws himself in the footy. Ginnivan, Warner. Gunston fell, applied the tackle. It lands in the hands of a Swan, but it spills clear. It was Cleary. Good tackle, Mackenzie. Cleary again. Hawks rabbit in the tackle. We got the close one on the MCG now. 6 on the clock, 5-point margin.
Sense the pressure going up here.
Yeah, Warner setting himself, I reckon, for a big 6 minutes here for Sydney. See him ready to launch off the back of stoppage here towards the opponent.
Tom Papley barking the instructions. Grundy wins it down. McInerney in the race with Newcomb. Newcomb traps it. McInerney grabs him. Did he hatch over it? No.
Yeah, Cullen, they've been like this all game too. They're fucking scary.
Kick will enter 50. It's a high one.
Like when Sydney scores is when the Hawthorne defense has a little crack that Sydney breaks through, but it's been tough for them to break through that shit every time. The later the game gets, the harder it is for them to break through.
Game on the line. Newcomb's been enormous. Back to Ginnivan. Has a bit of time.
Like, Hawks are just keeping it within their side of the field.
In from the side, Roberts, cool and calm.
Well, they're going to have to take a risk. They're going to have to try corridor at some stage. They got the outnumber here wide.
That's what they were so good at early in the match. Up the corridor, the Swans. Chad Warner.
Play on your round, play on.
Some play settles with just over 5 to go. Warner's penetrating kick. Curnow waits at the back. Hardwick's there, has it covered. Takes on Curnow, beats him to the punch.
Like, it's almost going to take perfection for Sydney to score again.
But Watson gathers. Watson runs. He runs inside
Golly, he's shaking and baking them boys.
Rampy, ball's going to sit up for Butler though. Butler flicks it back to Lewis. Lewis flicks it back to Ward. Ward back to Lewis. It's
And they're just toying around with him. Oh my God, so many opportunities for the Hawks for them still to miss. Like, I think scoring shots really says it all. Yeah.
Hawks don't even get to steadying point. You figure if they kick the next, they'll be hard to stop. Sydney hanging on. They've taken some punches. Hawks in accuracy through the hands of Sicily. Unusual. Couple of opportunities begging for the Hawks. Grimshaw sits over the top of it. Lays it back out to Battle. From Sicily. Rampy in good position. The Hawks come from the side. Gunston, of all people, Jack Gunston.
That's the game right there. Damn, that's the game and my tips right there. Our tips, Cullen. Our tips.
We'll have to have a good hard look at it because Gunston was the only one that stayed down. It was a big aerial contest. If you go to the aerial contest, you must clear it.
Damn.
It was McCartan who got stuck underneath, and you could see Gunston sort of nudged him in there.
Well, that's going.
I mean, he's had that sort of night, an indifferent night, but he just flies and creates the spill. You just need your bigs to
That's gonna do it.
He creates the half opportunity, and only needs a half opportunity, the number 19.
So have the Swans got any punches left? Grundy wins it down. McInerney, quick work. Row bottom. Low, long ball. Papley's there. Papley could be a team lifter. Swings around the corner. It's offline. Barris with the mark. He's been terrific.
Clock becomes their friend now as well. Vital seconds off. Sydney must get the ball back. Force them into a live play.
Barris has been enormous. Looks for the strength of Meek and Grundy.
This bloke's been huge.
Plays on. Need a mark. Wobbling, dangerous ball. Lands in an awkward area. Barris again will be under pressure. Needs to release it in. Tom scoops it out the back. Papley sits on a man. They want to keep it alive. They do. Lloyd has no room.
Well,
Ginnivan wants to hold it up, but he knows he has to get rid of the football now. The Swans want to see it released. Scooped out the side. It'll be tossed in. Does Sydney need to do something different now? A couple down.
Well, I trust Grundy in the ruck, and Meek's got to be careful here that he doesn't just shift him out of the way and take the snap himself. He's communicating there with Rowbottom. Expect some sort of set play, but don't be surprised. Meek's got to be strong here.
Got to have someone on row bottom.
Meek is strong. Flick down towards Jordan, who overran it in Ginnivan. Rowbottom careful not to give away a free kick. They go to ground, and the umpire crossed himself.
Well, if you draw the high free kick or play to draw the high free kick and don't get it, it's considered prior.
3 on the clock. Good tap. Here comes Chad. Bursting through, but missing the lot. Desperate times now for the Swans.
I needed those.
So Ginnivan to the hot spot. Roberts. Good strong mark, and his name written all over it. Gives it to Lloyd. Just outside 50. Kerno meet in the sandwich. Off hands. Papley's hovering. Grabbed by Ward, who's been terrific. His loose handball. Ginnivan has to Fossick after it. Kept it in. Weddle throws it on the boot. It's high. It's going to attract a crowd. And then Lewis at the front.
10 spoils for Barris. He's been impossible down there. I mean, the Swans have put it to dangerous areas, but they just haven't been able to find an answer. 10 intercepts and 10 spoils.
Swans need things to go their way now. Grundy looked over the back. Tackle applied by a couple of Hawks. Off the ground. Forced the dangerous Warner. Pokes it forward. Now Hawthorne can take time off.
GG's.
They need to be aware of the clock now at 2:10.
Newcomb to McDonald's.
Yeah, and this is something they've trained for right throughout the pre-season. The 2-minute drill.
McDonald's high ball. Sits up Lewis and also Meligan. They take it to ground. At the shoelaces of Nash. Came out to Lloyd. Blakey. A couple of final forays here for the Swans, but standing strong, Barris. That is a statement. That's authoritative.
Oh, he's a chance at the 3 votes. You're going back-to-back meat trays.
Well, he's winding the clock back to what Brian Lake did back there when he came across from the Dogs.
Yeah, now we still living in the past. The good old days.
Mate, if you've been to the supermarket, the meat tray's worth more than the TV now. Old lamb chop price, it's out of bounds and out of week.
Mitch Lewis has had some good moments here late in this game. A couple of really important aerial contests. Just halving it.
Tap down, bouncing ball, and have a repeat.
Hawthorne have just got to be wary of that forward hit here. It's going to take 2 really pure contest wins.
So Grundy makes sure he's at the front. Goes the big fish, but it's a bouncing ball and out of play.
Well, they've gone inside 50, 57 times, have the Swans. They've done a lot right, a hell of a lot right. But just the 4 marks. And 2 of those to Charlie Curnow in the first 10 minutes of the game.
Hawks looking for one clear possession to kill the game. Swans have got other ideas. They need 2 really late ones. Ward. It'll be a possession for the Swans. Clock stops 52.
So Wicks knows the urgency. He's just going to go long. They need a mark desperately. The Swans, they almost get one through McCartan, and that's got to be a free kick surely. It's play on. Papley got one high.
That's what should have been paid before he...
It's going to be a free kick to the Hawks anyway.
Bit stiff there, Tom.
So as the Hawks fans cheer, there's 31 seconds left, and surely they're home now.
Cracking contest. Lloyd ekes off further precious seconds.
Man, damn, if the Hawks could kick straight, this would be a whole different game, man. The Hawks really dominated in every other aspect. It was a good one, though. It wasn't complete steamroll, but Hawthorne was definitely the better team. Even with Chol missing some great marks. And all these behinds. Watson was crazy. Ginnivan had a lot of nice shit, man. Just to pad the scoreboard a little bit more. Good shit. I mean, bad shit for my tips, but good game. Oh, man. Tough one. Well, Cullen and Dan, I guess that's it for me, man. Try to get my baby back to sleep and take myself to sleep. Appreciate y'all. Hopefully tomorrow night's game is good as well. I got you, Dan. I'll make sure he's at the next one. Catch y'all next time.